Hello and welcome everyone to round 10 of Red Arrows Racing. Apologies again for another late start, but we are live. We are just waiting for an invite. See if we can somehow join. Who's going to be able to? Let's have a look at. But round 10. Last week, if you were with us on the channel, it was the damp race round Monza. I forgot which early one it was. No, it wasn't Monza. It was Imola. Sorry, Imola was the track last week. Mark Bowe taking away the win, overtaking Harry in the last laps. I think we are. There we are. I think we've got the invite to join. So also just do this. There we have it. Let's just see now whereabouts we've managed to join the guys. Hopefully they've managed to get the one shot underway. And we will have just missed the one-shot quali. But we will have a sprint race to come with a feature race, obviously, straight after. Once we've reversed the grid from the finishing standards of the sprint race, if you are just joining with us for the first time, the sprint races are reversed from the order of finishing positions. If people DNF or get disqualified, they will remain at the back of the grid, so there is only reversed from the first driver to finish, from the last driver to finish the race. As we ride aboard, we've got Alfa Romeo and a Haas on the front row, Alex Noble and Coops qualifying on the front row in the one-shot quali. Our league co-owner Liam in P3 with the race winner last week and current championship leader of Mark Bowe on the second row. Harry, that battle between the two, that's going to be an interesting get off between these three drivers in 3 and 4 and 5. Ross Northover, a new driver, currently 2 Red Arrows, making great impressions up into P6 in the one shot. Always grinding. My teammate, I should say, in the Alpine, strong position in P7 with Horatio in PA SLH, filling in for myself in the Alpine P9 pin, so that's a great lap from him. Some drivers like Murph and Super Calgon in P10 and 11 in the AlphaTauri, though somewhat maybe a little bit of a slip up somewhere. I'd expect them to be higher than the 5th and 6th row, sorry. Fulton Dave in P12 in the Red Bull. We've got Casper making a return to Red Arrows after multiple seasons. It's great to see him in the Mercedes with his teammate Percival behind him in P14. We've got Coops and Super Striker being disqualified from the session, so I think there's maybe a bit of contact between the two drivers there. That is going to hurt the pair of them on this first a little bit of straight down into turn 1. We'll have to ride on board with Mark or Harry and see how much that affects them. But we've got Alex Noble, the pole sitter, his teammate RVD in 15, Pro Live in 16, a little Majin and Morph rounding us off for the back row of the grid. We'll just look at Alex Noble there, taking a very oh, he just wants to swing it back, and there it is. He's been disqualified as well, so Mark Bowe and Harry now, as we wait for Morph to pull up to the back of the grid. It's going to be interesting to see how these two get away. I assume, so look, everyone is going to be on. There's one driver, Fulton Dave on the softs, and away we go. And it appears that Bowe's got a great start down the inside of Liam. Harry's all the way round that rear. Horatio's taking a deep move into turn 1, but there's no contact. We've got Williams and LP going side by side. It's Ross and Always Grinding. SLH making a move past Horatio now. He's up into P8. Murph, Fulton Dave, and we've got a move by, I think that's Calgon going deep round the outside of Ferrari, touching the back of the Red Bull there. Lots of contact down into turn 2 now. We've got Coops very, very close to Liam. He's now managed to sneak his way up into P2 as the Haas attempts a move around the outside. No space to be had there. Alex Noble storming off into the league. Bo making a move around the outside of the Haas of Coops, and that's him into P3 now. Harry, the only driver not to, as we speak about him, Harry looking down the inside, now outside of Coops. Almost a little bit of loss of traction there. Fulson Dave and Horatio are very, very close to one another as well. It's there though. Fulson Dave getting a great exit there. Just missing the apex of that corner. It's going to put him under pressure. Horatio now making space from the Red Bull driver. Murph going past SLH. Now he's up into P8. His teammate of Super Calgon there though, he's lost a place on the start, moving down into P12. Watching the Alpine now riding in that slipstream of Murph. Does he get later on the brakes? No, he doesn't. But we've got a Williams going very wide of Ross Northover. Always grinding, looking to fight that down the outside. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a move there. And I believe everyone is pretty much there or thereabouts. All okay. No damage, it appears. No one falling off massively. Although Alex Noble 1.8 seconds ahead already. Not even 2 laps done. He's making some big spaces. It's going to leave Super Striker in that DRS detection range and have nothing for himself to defend. Alex Noble going fastest with a 106.7. Right on board now with DRS being disabled. Now let's have a look and see how Mark Bowe plays this. Is that rear wing of the Aston Martin wide open? Downfield. I don't think anyone's going to be able to make any moves. Now we've got a Haas of Lil Magin and Casper going side by side. Casper taking the inside line. A little bit of contact on the exit, but nothing too major. Casper and Lil Magin just keeping those positions. Super Calgon and Fulson Dave. Oh, Dave's later on the brakes, but Calgon looking for that switchback. Able to get the power down a lot earlier. ERS just to take that position, but he's not. Dave's not giving it in. That Red Bull still side by side through this very tight part of the section of the track. And Dave eventually has to scrum the position to the AlphaTauri. Callum now no DRS ahead on Horatio, I believe. Yes, he does. He manages just to scrape back in there. Let's move back onto Bowe now and see. Here he is on that battery. Liam, not a lot he can do. More with a 3-second time penalty for the Ferrari there. As we've got Bowe moving up into P2 there. Coops almost very, very deep, very close to hitting the back of that McLaren. Harry, he seems to be dropping off the pace with that Williams behind him. Possibly the Williams of the famous 2-player career. Souped up to the brim. Fulton Dave and SLH making moves past one another. And we've got SLH on there. SLH may have spun possibly. Yes, he has. SLH around in the middle of sector 2 now. Let's see if Liam's able to make any moves towards Bowe. I can see now Bowe just closing that gap to Alex Noble now. 1.5 seconds. Bowe setting the fastest lap, 106 flat, pretty much a tenth off it almost. Looking up and down the grid. Ross Northover's making a move past Harry. Harry without that DRS, something he just slipped up on there, but he's looking now with Ross Northover not having any DRS. Harry looking to make a move, but Ross Northover just plenty of straight line speed. Is Harry looking for a chuck down the inside? No, he isn't. Casper and Lil Magin still battling out the Haas and Mercedes drivers. See how Lil Magin attempts to make. He's got that Alfa Romeo of RVD all over the back of him also. RVD looking for the switchback on low margin, but traction's just not quite there. Oh, the Alfa Romeo doing very well to keep that in bounds and not exceed the track limit now. Let's see if Ross Northover now is able to defend somewhat from Harry. We've got Super Striker right on the back of that Aston Martin. Normally, I'd say the second DRS part is maybe where most people look to make the move. So imagine making that move on Casper that we were watching earlier for that P13. But it's not, often you see a lot of people making a move on that third DRS straight. It's probably the shorter of three. RVD, like Alfa Romeo, so he did extremely well to keep it in bounds. Does go and get himself a 3-second penalty now. 3 of the 18 drivers are on penalties. Remember, barring the DNS, there will be a reversed grid. Everyone does appear to be fighting tooth and nail. We do have the SL8 round. Once again, possibly a change of tyres needed. We ride on board still with Harry now. The battery of that Williams is flashing. He does get a little bit of a sketchy exit now. And Coops, what's happened to Coops? We've missed that completely, but Coops must have lost it on the exit of turn 2 there. Turn 1, sorry. And he's all the way down now fighting his teammate for that P12 position. A little bit of wheel banging there between teammates and Fulson David and Morph ahead. Slots in between Morph making a move past Fulson Dave. Braking, oh, maybe just stuck it himself in front of that Red Bull. Broke, and is there any damage to Fulson Dave now, I wonder? An incident there between the Ferrari and Red Bull. So we watch a battle up ahead now. Super Striker coming into DRS range of Bauer yet again. Having chance. There it is, just letting off nicely. Is he going to look to get a better exit now? Here he goes. We've got the McLaren looking to take that P2 place from the Aston Martin. As we see, you know, is Bo able to take that position back? He is extremely close now, the Aston Martin driver. With that DRS, he's going to pull out down the inside of the outside. It's the inside line. Possibly later on the brakes here. Side by side they go. Great driving from possibly two of the fastest drivers in the league. And Bo takes that place around the outside with a wonderful move. SLH retiring in the pits. So that won't bring out a safety car. With this battling, Alex Noble now just managing to get 3.8 seconds ahead. So when Bo was only getting the gap down to 1.5 seconds, Alex Noble almost doubling it and looking to take the sprint victory. Liam and Bo are still fighting. As you can see, Harry approaching turn 1 with Ross Northover all over the back of him. With Always Grinding, we've just seen Always Grinding there. He's lost it. Possible wing damage, I don't think so, but he's all the way down out of the points now. And that is almost the car SLH coming out onto the track there, causing some issues. Yeah, the car's pulled over. Super Striker 3/10, looking up and down the track. We've got Casper still fighting Lil Imagine all 9 laps of this sprint race. Casper on the back. It's actually Coops now, sorry. Coops. It's both passes down in P10 and 11. Casper and Morph making positions. And we've got Liam round. Liam's lost it. How have we missed that? We've got lots of drivers now losing traction late on in the race. He's now dropped out of the points. Always Grinding. And is it Liam in the pits? I think the only reason it would be is if he's got wing damage. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, there was no need to come in. If it was tyres only, there would be an issue. But yeah, there's wing damage there, so the wing comes off. It's a warranted pit stop. RVD, is it going to be his wing as well? No, he's just onto the soft tyres. As we ride on board with Ross Northover now. Murph making some great moves with those drivers spinning. The likes of Coops, Super Striker, and Horatio earlier on. He's now up into P4. He's right on the back of that Ferrari. Is there going to be a little bit of tension between these two drivers? As Murph approaches the back of the Ferrari with 2 laps remaining now. Murph up a great 6 positions so far. Murph making the move down the inside. We seem to have missed that just because of the camera, but Murph's got that inside move done. Seems to be very lucky on the traction now. Harry, Murph going down defensive down the middle of the track almost, but there's a line opening up down the inside. Harry takes it. Murph later on the brakes. There's a little bit of contact there. Harry's span. Murph not being pushed, but Murph's lost a bit of traction and gone off into the gravel. That's put the Williams all into the back of the Ferrari now. Murph in a podium sitting place. Front 2 just speeding away with it. Who's that's a Haas of Pro and a little Magin. He's spun. And it's pretty the same as area that Liam spun and lost part of his wing. So on the last lap now, Alex Noble leading us away. Mark Bow in second. Murph up 7 into P3 with the Ferrari of Harry looking to make a move down the inside. This is going to be very close between all these drivers. A 4-way battle for the last podium spot as we approach the final part of the sprint race. Harry dives down the outside now, looking to make the move before the corner. He does. The Williams. Is there a bit of contact between Horatio and the Williams and Ross Northover? I think there is. That just leaves the battle for P3 of Harry and Murph now. Very similar battery. Is that just a tactical move from Harry and choosing when he decides to make that overtake? As we got Alex Noble crossing the line, taking P1. Mark Bow crossing the line in P2. Another great performance from him. I'm pretty sure that may be Mark Bow's. I think Bow needs 2 points for the championship, for the title to be decided prior to the end of the season. The likes of Harry and Super Strike, I think, are the only ones that could possibly catch him. Murph in P4, Horatio up into P3 after that incident with Ross Northover. Super Calgon, he's in P6. Both Alpha Tauris gaining a great number of places, 11 places between the teammates. Always grinding in P7 there in the Alpine. We'll just wait for this animation to finish. Ross Northover in 8. There we have it. Ross Northover just managing to scramble a point after that not incident, but from that rear-wing tap from the McLaren. Coops in P9, Casper in P10, Dave in 11, Percival in P12, Morph in the Ferrari in 13. We've got Lil Magin in the Haas. SLH, I hate this game. Yeah. I'm commentating for a reason, buddy. Super Striker down in P15 after having to replace that wing 2 laps from the end. He'll start on the second row in the feature. We've got Pro Live in P16, RVD in P17, and SLH down at the back of the grid in P18 there. I might just retire forever. Maybe it's a setup thing. Do you make your own setups? Do you make your own setups? Do you? I don't know. Do you use other people's? Experiment a little bit. We are going to see a lot of drivers, typical carnage. It's just SLH. I know you're in the chat, SLH. Are you able to just retire or go backwards? If you're watching, go backwards. You can't crash out. Go backwards. You can't crash out. SLH, go backwards. Drive the track backwards. There we go. That's it. There we go. I'm going to see the typical carnage again to allow us to reset. Before we get underway for this 36 lap sprint race. What's he doing? I think has everyone left the session? It's black screen. Alright, so I think it's going to have to be a lobby restart. Okay, now I've got some lights going. Alright, and so what will allow time is for the admin to reset the lobby. And in doing so, what we shall do is we'll just pause this broadcast. In fact, no, there's no need to pause it. I'll allow the drivers to just look at the menu. Just wait for some of the drivers to take the cars out. Some of these drivers will be fairly experienced in doing this, like Harry, been doing this for multiple seasons now. There we go, we've managed to do it. Congrats. Allow time for admin to set the lobby up, and we'll be back momentarily. Sorry. And there we have it. Back live, ladies and gentlemen. Underway for the feature race. With the grid being a reverse grid, it does spell carnage and action for those spectating. There's a reason I'd rather commentate this race than race it. Here we go, round 10. The drivers will know what the weather's like, I wonder. It's going to be a bit wet maybe. What are we going to see? Come and commentate with me. Looks dry. Looks dry for the drivers. It's very sunny. Looks like we'll have a good race underway. Let's see. Looks like a Aston Martin at the back, at the front. With a Red Bull, Haas and Ferrari behind. It's allowing drivers time to put the setups on, make any last minute tweaks to fuel, think about tyre strategies, change those tyre pressures to allow tyres to last 36 laps. I have it. RVD leading us away. ProLive in P2. Super Striker in P3. He'll be looking to make some moves, taking that P1 spot and sailing off into the sunset. Little Magin in P4. He's got some speed. Morph in P5. Percival P6. Full Send Dave in P7. Casper 8. Coops 9. Ross Northover in 10. Always Grinding 11. Calgon P12. Horatio P13. Both Alpha Tauris going to have to make some moves through the field as Murph, he's down in P14, Harry in 15, Bo in 16, Alex Noble in P17, and then SLH, the only DNF driver, I think he retired in the pits, starting at the back of the grid in P18 this evening. I believe I don't want to put too much confirmation on it, but I believe we'll obviously wait till the standings are out. I believe Mark Bowe may have won the championship with Harry failing to take 10 points in the sprint race. Now RVD. RVD just taking up his grid slot now. We wait for the rest of the drivers. Mark Bowe. Bit of a gap. Possibly cooling those tyres down of the cars ahead. Who should we ride on board with? Let's have a look and see what Liam is able to do. He's gone. But the soft tyres, that's a good one. Let's see. Right on board with a little Magin and see how Liam's getaway is. You can see the pair of them there. 5 lights are out and we are about to start round 10. And we are away. Little Magin and Liam getting really good starts on those soft tyres, but Magin not able to be going anywhere. We've got the Aston Martin round. Aston Martin hits a little bit of contact between him and the Haas. That's going to cause him, and look at this, there's multiple 2, 3, 4 wide battles going on here at the minute. Harry, there's a Ferrari round, that's Morph, he's facing the wrong way. As Harry goes around the outside now, a little contact between the two Alpha Tauris as well, spotted there. Harry up into P9 now. making a quick ascension through the ranks, and there's maybe a little bit of contact between him and the Williams as the Alpha Tauri goes through. Ross Northover losing a position or two there. Harry in to P8 Super Striker now taking the lead on those soft tyres up into P1. Lil Magin, I think he's around. Lil Magin, he's losing a few places now. He's at the back of the grid. It says he's all over the back of Dave. There is Dave coming back on the track. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact there between the two drivers. Into the last corner now. Coming up this straight. Is that going to affect Harry? Looking down the inside. He's going to pull back. Yes, he does. Behind the Alpha Tauri now. Battle for P7 and 8. Super Striker looking to extend that gap over a second now. Let's see how they do. Alex Super Calgon right next to Ross Northover. He's making the move down the inside into turn 2. We've got Alf. Whoa, is that? Who is that? SLH is retired. I'm not too sure. Was that? It looked like an Alpine going very, very aggressively over the curb of turn 2, maybe. So much so that it sent him flying across the track into the wall. I think that's going to have to be something the stewards possibly look at. And the cat in the commentary box tonight. Hear him. Safe car. If anyone, none of these people should be going into the pit. Always grinding. Possibly something noted for the stewards, always grinding pit entry. I'm not sure whether or not he was in those white lines. Safety car now. Too soft on this wheel. Imagining Super Striker still deciding to stay out. Not even 10% on the way. Let's have a look and see who's made the most positions so far. It is Harry and Murph. 7 and 7. The battle we were riding on pretty much through like 1 and 2 almost. As these two drivers sending through the order. Horatio, he's in the pits as well. Nice to see that pit. I think anyone would be pitting again. I wonder what's happened there. Bo, a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Calgon under safety car conditions. And the safety car is in. Is there any damage? There is. There is a right front end plate off that Aston Martin, so he's going to have to pit and take that 5-second penalty now and replace that wing. As the safety car comes in. When do we go? Super Striker leading us away on those soft tyres. Very close behind the safety car, to be said. Doesn't seem to be back in the car, the pack up that much. 73 miles an hour, the average speed. He's got that overtake ready to go. Oh, and is that going to be a bit of a lacklustre exit for RVD? There he goes. Liam sets them off. Bo does come into the pit lane. Always going and making a move past Morph. ProLive. See what's going on there. We've got an Aston Martin round. And there we've got an Aston Martin coming out of the pits. No, it isn't. It's ProLive in turn 1. Everyone's got through turn 2 absolutely fine now. Liam, RVD, right on the back of that McLaren. RVD looking to go deep. That's forced the McLaren wide, and there's going to be contact. No, there isn't. Great driving. Keeping enough space between each other. That McLaren of Liam now coming under great pressure. Where's the McLaren? Has he backed out? He has. He has. I thought they were possibly hoping there wasn't contact there. A new race leader now. Here comes Liam now. Is he going to go around the outside on those softs? He is. Oh, and RVD's gone extremely deep. Going back onto the track now. Those tires extremely dirty. He's going to have Percival on the back of him. So far, this safety car has done nothing but hinder the Aston Martin's race. Mark Bow down in P17, ProLive in 16. A pit stop and some behind. Alex Noble, Ross Northover. We've got Alfa Romeo going extremely wide. That is Alex Noble. Ross Northover on the back of Dave now. The driver deciding to use a bit of that ERS. Keeping contention with the car ahead. Wilson Dave on the back of Murph. Harry actually making a move past Murph now, up into P6. Dave's just getting on the power a little bit early there, causing that car to come out. Murph just catching a bit of dust, chucking it in Dave's visor. Yeah, very close to Harry now. You can see from Dave's helmet cam, Super Striker setting the fastest lap, braking into the 107s. Coops on the back of Percival now, looking to make a move with that DRS wide open and the slipstream, which Percival doesn't have on RVD. So Coops goes down the outside, round around the outside, coming up to the back of RVD. Hopefully there's going to be no contact into turn 2. There isn't. Space is given, and side by side they did remain through the exit. Coops making that position. I think possible teammate orders there. Percival letting his teammate through there of Casper. Great racing there. Fulton Dave right on the back wing of Ross North over there as Ross takes that move from Dave, I believe. Supercar's on right on the back of him. Murph on the back of Harry. You can see ahead. Harry all over the back of Percival now. This is going to be a really tight battle. Harry looking to go around the outside. Murph maybe taking that inside line. Is anyone hindered? Hopefully there's no contact. There is a little bit of jumping between these drivers here, which is very strange. All drivers keeping it very nice and tight there, but Murph looking to go down the inside of Harry. Murph thinks better of it now. The second DRS part of the lap. We got Coops making a move past RVD for that P2 in this DRS part now. Where's Harry going to go? Is he going to stick it down the outside? Mercedes just moving a little bit in the braking zone. We've got Williams going wide. Alex Noble, a little Magin, having a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Alex Noble. That's twice now drivers taking penalties for hitting cars. It's not something that's normally seen. Harry struggling somewhat to get past this Mercedes, and as we say that, Harry getting a much better exit down the inside. And this is a great camera that it's providing us here. But Harry up into P5 now. Murph looking to make a move as well, but he can't into the penultimate corner of this lap. A little bit of a gap now to his teammate. first of all, does have that DRS for defence. Casper now making a move past RVD as well in that second DRS straight. RVD looking to come back at him. What can Casper do? Is RVD going to go down the inside? I think he's going to look. He does brake very late. Is it going to be too late? It is too late. He takes an extremely wide line and Casper retains the position. Harry will be looking at this, seeing the battery flashing with that DRS wide open. Harry looking to make a move down. Oh, there's a little bit of wiggling. Is there contact? I don't know. Harry down the inside. Nothing there yet. There we go now. We're still very, very close to these two Ferrari powered cars. Harry looking to move down the inside. RVD just defending that position. Very, very hard. Goes a bit wide there, and that's going to leave him very, very vulnerable. DRS just helping him there. Is Harry going to go down the inside? RVD again, just Wilson Dave. What's happened to him? Is he retired? That's a pit and quit from the Red Bull driver. Harry now looking to go down the inside of RVD. RVD just these braking zones. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact, but the cars still fight. Harry now looking for a move again down the inside of RVD. RVD just braking much, much later. Pretty frustrating the hell out of Harry, allowing Murph to come onto the back of these two as well. Murph looking to get on the inside, almost losing the back end of that AlphaTauri there. And I think someone has. I think that is Horatio. I think he just did see a speck of that McLaren. He's down. He's actually in his position that he started on the grid. And here we have it now, Harry. RVD does not have that DRS to defend. But RVD will have it on Harry to defend against Murph. Now let's see what Murph does. Murph looks to go down the inside, looks to get that move done a lot easier than what Harry managed. Oh, and RVD going very, very wide, and there's contact there. Murph and RVD, both of them in the wall now. Saw that from the rear wing. From the rear wing of the Ferrari, just watching on board here, making sure there's no bad blood between the two. Harry half a tenth behind the Mercedes of Casper, returning on debut in season 10, I believe. And we've got a VSC now. Who's that round? That's always grinding round. It's Horatio, and always grinding, lost it in the same places. I think everyone's entering the pits correctly. Yeah, I believe so. He's taking a free pit stop there. So imagine to move that Aston Martin on the mediums back up into P9 in contention now. Up the grid. Ross North over. A lot of the cars taking that chance to pit now. Murph. Let's have a look before this VSC comes in. Stops. So the front three, the only cars not to have stopped. Horatio and Mark will need to probably stop again. So we've got the green flags. The safety car, or virtual safety car, is in. Let's over on the back of the AlphaTauri. Both on fresh tyres. Alex Noble starting P17 with its first cold tyres. Not quite up to temperature there. Callum will have to defend. Triple dose of DRS. And the driver who won the sprint quite convincingly. Here comes Alex Noble. Down the inside. He's going to possibly give Callum the DRS in this third part, but it is a lot shorter. Callum now is going to make a move down the inside. No, he isn't. Is there going to be contact? No, there isn't. Both drivers doing splendidly. Battling out on track now. Super Striker in P4 with his teammate in P5 behind him. Looking to make a move on Ross Northover. Will have DRS. And looks to have been able to make the move before turn 1. However, it is going to leave him vulnerable. The longest part. Is Ross Northover going to be able to contend? I don't think he is. Alex Noble getting that move done on Callum. Alex Noble now up into P6. Callum just remaining within that's 1 second gap that he needs to hang on to that DRS. RVD and Lil Magin, they're battling in that second DRS point, and here comes Lil Magin around the outside of RVD. RVD doing very well, being late on the brakes and just retaining that position still, that Alfa Romeo. Oh, and the Alfa Romeo, just as we were praising him, losing it on that vital corner. There's been multiple cars now, 3 or 4 that have been eaten up on that left-hander there. He's lost out just at the start of sector 3. Lil Magin takes a 3-second penalty there for abusing the track limits. Maybe another warning straight after now. Always grinding on the back of him, and always Alex Noble, sorry, on the back of Horatio now. These two had multiple battles on track the past couple of weeks. Horatio going very, very deep there, and that's going to be Alex Noble who gets a better exit now. The Alfa Romeo up into P5. 12 positions on the evening for Alex. Looking to take his sprint win, all the way to a race win. Super Striker, he's just closing that gap ever so slightly on Harry. 1.5 seconds is the gap. This is very interesting. In terms of battery, Super Striker just about to get into that DRS zone now. To show why Harry hasn't deployed that battery. Very strange now because Liam is right on the back of him. So these front 3, I think it's now the front 3. Is it the front 3? No, it's the top 2 and 4. Ross Northover having not pitted. Here we go now, Super Striker, that's what we were saying. Why Harry now still not deciding to use that ERS to defend. And is that Harry? Oh, very, very little resistance there from Harry now. Caution sector 1, who's that? Is that an Alpine? Always grinding maybe. More from Mark Bow. Alex Noble now closing that gap to Ross Northover all the way in P4. With that time penalty, look at the traction that he's got now. Alex Noble riding on board with him. And Ross Northover. He's going to go into the pits. He is. It's a great entry there. But we want to see the drivers inside the white line. We did say the Red Arrow officials have noted a possible illegal pit entry for the Alpine driver of Always Grinding to be investigated by the stewards afterwards. A bit of screen time for our race leader. A very, very commanding lead. 7 seconds the gap between him and Super Striker. Although Super Striker having stopped already. 6 laps, will he be able to extend those to the end? We're not sure. And we have both Coots and Harry coming into the pits, abiding by the rules, knowing that we're watching. These drivers now. Whereabouts the Coots and Harry are going to come out. Coots at the end of this pit lane now. Is Casper going to get him? He possibly will. Here it is, Coops down into P6 now. Harry, he's coming out into P7, but Murph just getting that position on the exit, but he's going to be coming under immediate pressure from the Ferrari driver on those fresh tyres. Say Murph on those mediums. Harry looking to go quite comfortably to the end now. Murph, don't think he'll be looking to pro-life retiring. That looks to be in the pits as well. Yeah. Yeah, so Harry with his teammate behind him. Everyone is now stopped. Is there anyone looking possibly? So we've got Super Striker, Alex Noble, Horatio will probably definitely be stopping again as well. 15 laps on those mediums. I wonder, sorry, what did Horatio start on? Hard. And then went to the medium, possibly looking to go for the soft. 16 laps. Very, very long stint for the McLaren driver. P4. Casper possibly looking to go to the end. He's got our old race leader Mark Brown Always Grinding. They're fighting. Here comes Always Grinding. Just not enough battery, but he has managed to make a move down the inside, and here comes the Mercedes of Percival. A little bit of wheel banging, but nothing too sinister. It's Always Grinding, holds them up. The Mercedes just running aground a little bit, getting some dirt on those tyres. Some great camera shots of these three in this last sector of Austria. 21 laps in, and is that Mark Bow? That is a pit from Mark Bow. Horatio, we missed that one. Again, just missed Horatio twice. Basically the Super Striker now with Alex Noble chasing him down. They are on the same tyre compound with the same length of life. Coots and Harry are ones on fresher tyres. Casper just holding on now within a second of the Haas driver, new to the league, has some great pace in him, so much so that the gap now between him and Casper has extended to over a second. Casper will not have DRS, so he's going to come under threat from Harry. Ross North over, looking to make a move past Percival up the pit straight. Nothing to be done there. This is where a lot of moves are being completed. This second part of the DRS activation zone, as we see the Williams take the Mercedes fairly easily, and in turn is caught up to the back of the Alpine. Pardon me. Always grinding on those 10-lap mediums. I think Super Striker Alex Noble will definitely be pitting again. Murph should be pitting as well at some point. He'll be looking to do 25 plus laps on mediums. Also taking a very wide line. Always gone and looking to get in that DRS of more. Give himself some defence tools against this Williams. If he's going to come storming down his outside. And a very, very easy move done. However, that's going to possibly... Oh, we've got a safety car. A safety car, ladies and gentlemen. What is that for? I think that's the Alfa Romeo. We've got him and Liam coming in. Alex Noble noted for an illegal pit entry on lap 23. Keeps likely coming in. Maybe it's Casper. I wonder if Liam can possibly let this lapped car through. I don't think he's going to let him through. I wonder if we can maybe go in and ask. No. It would be nice if you let him through. Yeah, he doesn't have to, obviously. There will be a lot of blue flags. Ease race. Pretty redundant. Might throw on the softs, as there's a lot of drivers. Casper on those 13 lap-old hards. Coops on those 6 lap-old hards. A lot of the drivers behind, all the drivers behind on superior tyres. I think you should let him through. But since this guy's supercycle leading the way, also we have RVD behind him to basically back up the pack. With Coops and Casper almost providing blockers as well to stop Alex Noble, Calgon, Horatio all making the way past. Where does Liam go now? Quite fast safety car. Quite close behind. ERS is on and ready. Obviously RVD pull 3 inside. He's literally going to allow drivers to go past now. We're underway, lap 27. I think those yellow flags are just RVD allowing the cars behind ahead. We have Liam coming down into turn 2 now. With a second and a half almost on the rest of the cars. Is that Casper round? It is. Casper's round into turn 2 now. The Mercedes driver on those hards, losing traction. Finds himself in a wall. Is he possibly beached? He's moving again. Alex Noble now all over the back of that Haas. And there is another safety car. So Mercedes going into the wall there in turn 2, just bringing that safety car out. After all that, Super Striker has people on his back. people that aren't lapped cars is going to put him behind. Do a real race start. The tyre difference cycle on those mediums. We've got Mark Bow, Madge and Casper all on fresh softs. The only 3 cars pitting this safety car. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty adamant. Bow has the Drivers' Championship. To be confirmed. Not too sure what's more for a reason. He's on fresh off now. Roughly a little over, a little under a sprint race now. Coops on those hard tyres. He's got to be worried. He's supposed to be thinking track position is everything at this point. Those soft tyres are going to be so fast. This safety car is in this lap. The lead, as he has so many times before in this league in a McLaren this year. A much slower restart this time. Really a typical William restart. Is he going to look to get the power down in the apex of the corner? Let's see, probably got it activated and probably looks to go there. And Coops, I think, just tried to get him. Alex Noble, like I said, looking on those soft tyres, coming down the inside now. Alex Noble thinks better on the cautions in sectors 1, 2 and 3. That RVD again, that's because he's just getting lapped. And what has happened there? Maybe something between Oliver Brown and Ross North over Harry. Looking if they can move past the ratio, but can't. See where these drivers end up. It's a great battle that's been going on pretty much all race between Murph and Harry. Murph just getting a little bit too much on the power too early there. The corner previous. Alex Noble has left the session. He's going to make his car go AI. I don't think I have him. No. Let's go back racing. Alex Noble say he's going to be losing some places now. Harry getting that position on Horatio. And there's a wing loss there between someone. Is it Murph's wing? I think it is. Was there contact between him and the McLaren Horatio maybe? Right, bro, on the back of that McLaren, all the way in P6 already. So many overtakes through so many corners here. Right, no, we're dropping down the grid further. Horatio has burned that battery to within an inch of its life. So close now with this DRS open. Bo will be looking to chase Harry. Look at the exit that he's got with those soft tyres now. Horatio just doesn't have the battery to compete, and Bo looks to have made that move before the corner is done, and he has. Bo up in to P5 onto the back of Harry. Bo obviously with the superior tyre compound. Faster than they can move past Ross Northover as well. Bo on the back of Harry now. Bo setting the purple sector 2. Possibly looking at the fastest lap here. Here comes Bo. Bo with a 1.6. Flat almost. Bo now all over the back of the Haas Coops. He's done so well to hold on to that P3 on those hard tyres. He really is fighting the Aston Martin. Bo deciding to sit back and live another day. A lot of the drivers holding out on positions. Super Striker is a very commanding lead at the moment. Doesn't look to be in danger from anyone, anywhere. Callum looks to be the one who's in the bottleneck now. Bo all over the back of the Haas. But they're going to come charging at the back of this AlphaTauri now. Into turn 2. Coops decides to make the move. Mark's going to go down the inside though. With those soft tyres, looks to get the move done. But there's also the Ferrari of Harry coming down the outside of Mark. Is it going to be a move done? It is, but Mark's going to come back down the inside of Harry. We're watching this from the rear wing of Coops. Now Coops goes wide, so does Harry. Bo takes an inside line. Not enough to keep the position. Oh, and Bo, look at the traction on those soft tyres down the inside of the Haas driver. Coops has to give it up, goes a little bit wide. And Harry onto the back now of Coops. Coops and Bo, both of them just going quite wide there. Bo getting that 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt him. As we said, I'm not too sure it bothers him. I'm pretty sure he may have won the title already. Ross Northover going past Murph down the inside, cutting that corner, and they've got contact between Murph and Percival. Both of them onto the back of the Williams now. I think Murph's possibly going to get squeezed out. And is there any contact between the two? No, there isn't. It's all clean. Morph's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Let's have a look at Bo now. This battle between him. See if he can get track position. Harry and Coops behind him. Coops doing an outstanding job. Haas, overall great job from them. In P5 and P6 for the pair. So looking on this last lap now. There's Super Striker in the McLaren leading us away. How does the AlphaTauri defend this? There's not much you can do. As Bo goes around, down the inside, into P2, Bo goes now, he needs to get the skedaddle on. It's Harry and Callaghan fight. The last podium spot. Oh, and Harry goes very, very late on the brakes. Looking to make a move down the outside, and just a little bit of contact between him and the AlphaTauri. We're right on board with our round 10 feature race winner. It is the man whose hair matches the paint on the car. It is Super Striker taking round 10's victory. And with that penalty for Bo, Super Callaghan in P2, Harry in P3. Coops just missing out on a podium spot after staying on those hard compound tyres when everyone else on the softs didn't manage to make too many moves past him. Bo in P5, Casper in P6, Lil Magin in P7, Horatio down in P8 by only 6/100th of a second behind Lil Magin, possibly something to do with the penalty there, 'cause that's very close. Murph down in P9, Percival 10, Ross Northover 11, always grinding in P12, Alex Noble in P13 after the desync, Morph is in P14 I believe. And the last driver on the grid, RVD. Mark Bow taking the AI driver of the day. Who was the last place? Morph RVD, it was, sorry. Pro-Life, Fulson, Dave and SLH are the drivers are doing after. I think they're actually all retired in the pits. But there we have it. I shall go on the race directing case and I've been trying appealing any track warnings. And there's lots of them. There we have it. As I said, I'm not too sure what a crack-a-lack is with next week. I believe it is Singapore with short quali and a feature race to follow, 50%. And one more time, there we have it for the grid. In red arrows, round 10, Super Striker takes the win. And Mark Bow possibly takes the championship home 2 weeks early. And for me, red arrows, thank you very much. So hopefully next week our in-house commentator is EP, hopefully he will be back with us next week to provide much better commentary. For me, take care.